Globalization has transformed the world into a true global village. Products, services, capital, and even ideas flow freely between countries, connecting economies in unprecedented ways. But what has this integration brought to nations? For some, globalization is a driver of economic growth, poverty reduction, and innovation. For others, it is a catalyst for inequalities, exploitation, and loss of cultural identity. In this video, we will dive into the economic impacts of globalization, assessing its benefits and the challenges it presents. Although globalization is a modern phenomenon, its roots trace back to the age of exploration and the Silk Road. However, it was the Industrial Revolution that accelerated economic integration. From the 20th century onwards, organizations like the IMF, WTO, and World Bank established rules and structures to facilitate global trade. The internet and communication technologies took it even further. China's entry into the WTO in 2001 propelled its transformation into the world's factory. India, the technology sector, particularly in IT services, exploded due to globalization. Globalization allowed companies to export products to previously inaccessible markets. Countries specialized in certain sectors thrived. Germany, a leader in automobile and industrial machinery exports, benefiting from an open economy. Brazil. Despite challenges, the export of commodities like soybeans and iron ore is a pillar of the economy. Economic integration lifted millions out of poverty. Between 1990 and 2015, the global extreme poverty rate was cut in half. Did you know that global trade has grown by more than 200% since the 1990s? While some nations prosper, others face resource and labor exploitation. The concentration of wealth in multinationals and developed countries is a recurring criticism. In countries like the US and the UK, globalization has led to the outsourcing of production to cheaper markets, affecting the working class. Indonesia. The textile industry has grown, but workers earn low wages and face precarious conditions. Dependence on global markets limits the ability of countries to develop independent economic policies. International shipping and mass production have high environmental costs, contributing to climate change. Companies like Amazon, Apple, and Tesla symbolize the economic power of globalization. They employ thousands of people and generate revenues greater than the GDP of many countries. Some corporations have more influence than governments, shaping trade and tax policies. Apple. Its supply chain exemplifies global interconnection, with parts manufactured in China, design in the US, and worldwide sales. Multinationals lead investments in technology, but monopolize markets and reduce the competitiveness of local companies. While globalization has connected the world, recent trends point to regionalization, with economic blocs like the European Union and Mercosur gaining relevance. Nationalist and protectionist movements such as Brexit demonstrate a desire from some countries to regain control over their economies. E-commerce and emerging technologies are reshaping the dynamics of globalization, allowing small businesses to reach global markets. The globalization of the future needs to integrate ecological practices, such as green supply chains and conscious consumption. Globalization is a transformative force that has brought significant advancements, but also profound challenges. As we move forward, it is essential to seek a balance that maximizes economic benefits without ignoring inequalities and environmental impacts. Do you believe that globalization is positive or negative for the world? Comment below.